Hello everyone, this is the new Pro BFG controller from VICTRIX, and I want to say thank you to them today for sponsoring this video, but it doesn't change my opinion on this review, right? So let's make that clear to everyone. So this is an Xbox licensed controller, and also it comes with connectivity to your Xbox Series X and S, and also to your Xbox One, as well as your PC and Bluetooth compatible devices. So how does this controller stack up with its unique features in today's controller world? Let's have a look. Okay, so this is the PDP website, and VICTRIX are the ones that sent me this beautiful controller here, and as you can see it's $179.99, and if you were to enter my Chicken Poppers discount code, you could get this controller for even less. So what I'll do is I'll put the links down below so you have the discount code and the link to this website, and you can order that straight away and get yourself some discount. But also it's worth mentioning, right, that you can get this controller in white as well, so looking good. I absolutely love the white one. I think the white one looks so much better, and I actually thinking about ordering myself a white one just so I could have one. So I've got a black one here today, but the white one, oh look at it, absolutely stunning. Okay, so let's do a little unboxing everyone, and I thought I'd speed it up a little bit just so it didn't take all day. But yeah, this is a great little box here, and you can see that it has all the information you need to see on it as well. And then sort of when you open up the box too, you can see we were greeted with a lovely case. Now that case is actually really good quality. I'm really impressed with it actually. You also get this little get started flyer, and then you can scan the QR code on there and you can actually see the manual and go through the manual, and it's really quite good. It details everything you need to do. There you go, they've got the controller there itself. That's the controller there then, as you can see. And then we do have a 3-meter cord there. That's USB-A to USB-C. So you've got your fighting pad there, which is a module you can switch out. You've also got the rings around each joystick. Got the USB dongle there. You've also got the little Allen key, you know, so you can take out the modules. You've got longer sticks as well, so you can replace them really easily. Also D-pad replacements. And these little modules here are just literally just so that it all slots into place within the case. And that is pretty much it. Okay, so let's have a look at some features then, and to start with, as you can see, we've got the fighting module here which comes with it. You saw this in the unboxing just a minute ago, but if you just use the included sort of Allen key, it's quite a nice little one actually. You can unscrew these two screws on here, and then these modules just pop out. This particular module, you can't switch around, as you can see. It's actually got a little sort of like groove here. And you see the groove that's just in here, so you can't switch this one around. But whereas this module you can turn around, so you can have both joysticks side by side there. And the good news is that you can actually buy more modules in the future to suit your demand or needs, so look out for them in the future. Next up then, you've actually got a competition mode on here for fighting games and stuff. I'd actually never heard about this before until now. Basically it's SOCD, which is basically like a competition mode, and it's legal as well. You can actually use it. It just stops you from when you're pressing the D-pad here. If you were to press 2 at the same time, up and down, it would not allow you to do that. So basically, you only press one way. It will stop. It'll basically stop you from pressing buttons accidentally. So it's actually a really cool feature. It's not something that I've ever even used before, but
is something worth mentioning and something I've not seen on another controller before. The weight up next then. So this controller actually comes in at 290 grams. If you think back to our Scuff and Vision review, that's about the same weight as a Scuff and Vision. It's perfect weight. There's no problem with that whatsoever, and I didn't feel fatigued with my arms or anything like that after long play. Fast charging, I couldn't see any information on the website about fast charging. You're looking at overall 20-hour sort of battery life with this controller, which is when you're using the audio as well. So apparently when I did speak to PDP about this, they did say that you would get longer duration if you wasn't using the audio output, which is underneath there, but we'll come on to that in a second. So Bluetooth then. So this controller comes with Bluetooth. Absolutely brilliant to have that on a controller like this, and that allows you to connect it to your PC, or you can connect it to your TV and stuff like that. So really worth having on a controller nowadays. So audio port then, as I said before, it's got an audio port underneath here, and you can control that through the controller as well as through the software, which we'll come on to later. Gyro, so I know a lot of people ask questions about gyro, so I've actually tested this controller for a gyro and it doesn't have that. So if you're looking for a controller with that, then this doesn't have it. Okay, so lockable triggers next then, and these have lockable triggers. You can click them and it resets them. They have no sort of travel, or you can hold them in and then pull them right back, and then they will lock out and you get full travel. You can actually choose to set it to whatever one you want. So for instance, you could set it halfway if you wanted to give yourself a little bit more travel. Also on the back there then, we've got 4 rear mappable buttons here. Look, they can be mapped to pretty much anything you want on the controller. They're really good, but I must admit, I think the positioning could be slightly different. So we got profile switch, and the profile switch is on the back here. So that's where you change to between 3 different modes, where you can set them either on the controller for the mappable back paddles, or even your front ones as well. So you can actually change all of the different keys here to whichever you want, as well as the back paddles, and you can select between 3 different modes. You've also got on the front, this is your modification switch. So you hold that button to unlock the features for each different thing. We'll come on to that shortly. This controller actually doesn't have micro switches, so the same actually goes for the joysticks as well. These aren't Hall effect sticks, but, and I did speak to PDP and they have said that they're going to be bringing out modules with Hall effect sticks in the future, so look out for those. So unlike the Scuff, this doesn't have any sort of programmable sort of macro switches or anything like that, so you don't have that option on here. As shown on the unboxing there, we've got a dongle as well, wireless dongle, just like we have on the Scuff and the Turtle Beach too. Okay, so another thing worth mentioning here, we do actually have a PC app for this, so you can actually either do it through the controller, all your programs and remappable buttons through the controller itself, or you can do it through the PC app as well, and you can do it through Xbox. This also has the rumble feature. And the last sort of thing to talk about is the TV connection. So I connected this to my TV via the Bluetooth feature, and I was unable to play GeForce Now on my LG C1. Okay, so do you actually need the software at all? No, you don't. And that's a really good feature about this controller. A lot of controllers now rely on that software. We've had a lot of problems in the past with some of the new controllers that have been coming out. But this one is brilliant because you can actually do it without a use of an app or anything like that. So yeah, if you scan the QR code that's on the little leaflet when you open your box, then it will bring you to this. And I've got this saved on my phone permanently, so I can always go back to it. But yeah, if you just click on whatever language you want, and it goes through all the basics of the controller and how to use it. Yeah, so everything from the wireless mode there, you know, to your Bluetooth mode, how to switch out your modules and stuff like that. But what we're looking at now is potentially how to program our controller without actually connecting it to the software. So here you got these tournament lock modes, which we've kind of gone through already. We've got the programmable back buttons here, which can be done via the profile button on the back and the profile button on the front here. So you can click both of these and then at once, and then it will open up into the menu. You've also got custom profiles, so you can actually click between 3 different colors there. Look, you can also go into your competition modes and stuff like that here, which is, you know, for your fighting games and stuff like that. Got your trigger stops on the back, which we've already shown you. Also, we can recalibrate the controller
without going into the app too. You can adjust the audio settings via the controller itself, so you don't even need to jump on the app there too. You've also got Dolby Atmos and stuff like that. Yeah, so you get the general idea that you can pretty much do anything you want without actually having to connect to the app. What happens then if you want to use the software? Well, this is the VICTRIX Control Hub, and you can download this from the Microsoft Store, or you can download it from Microsoft Store on the Xbox too. I've got it on the PC here, and this is what we're running off of. It's very basic and easy to use, and I've not had any issues yet. When PDP sent it to me, I had to do an initial update via the button there on the right. That worked perfectly. I had no crashes, no issues like I had on previous controllers, so that was a positive note. So you can press the configure button, and then you go into the buttons there itself. So as you can see, we can remap pretty much everything we want. And a good little note here, it tells you straight away, remap any button on the controller to another. The back paddles then, so as you can see, there's your profile button in the middle here, and then you can click that, select the one that you want, but you can do all this as well on the controller without the software. The analog sticks here, you can pretty much do like you can on most other controllers as well. So you've got the dead zones here. Now I've left it at the minimum here, and I've had no stick drift or anything like that. Triggers then, you can actually adjust the triggers, and I found that the triggers were quite sensitive to begin with in a good way. So if I tapped it very slightly, it would maybe fire on Call of Duty or something like that. So I've set them to 1, and that just stops that little accidental press. Next one we got is the audio itself, and obviously adjusting all this can be done through the controller again. But remember, you've got Dolby Atmos on here, so you can kind of set your own profiles through there if you really wanted to. And then finally, you can adjust your vibration here as well. So you've actually got rumbles on the pads and the backs here, and you've got rumbles on the sides here as well. So they're quite intense if you put them right up. So I've actually brought mine right down. So yeah, really good little app, and it all works. Everything's been fine for me. No issues whatsoever with it. So really quite good software. Okay, let's talk about response times then. And as per my previous reviews, I kind of used the human benchmark test. And I know that a lot of you have thought in the past that it's not quite right. But what I do is an average over a certain amount of goes with it. And then I basically do the difference in percentage, so it makes it even and fair. So on average, I was underwired. I was 15% slower than, say, the Scuff Envision Pro. And I was 10% slower than the Scuff Envision through the wireless dongle. So yeah, I think this is down to the polling rate as well. So when I did a polling rate test, it was a 125 hertz polling rate. So what I've done is I actually contacted VICTRIX and just to get their opinion on it, and they're going to hopefully get back to me. So keep an eye out in the comments below, and hopefully we get some sort of update and feedback from them soon. Okay, quality then. And when looking at other similarly priced controllers, the VICTRIX Pro is good. The only thing that does feel slightly less premium is the back buttons and triggers. They feel a little cheap, but with the modules and customizability, this definitely makes up for it. You have 4 rubber areas around the controller that really helps with grip and is good for those sweaty hands. The main buttons feel solid and have a very satisfying press. The joysticks are also smooth and give great resistance or feedback. For gameplay then, I tried multiple configurations and modules, all felt smooth and responsive. I was able to come out on top on games like Call of Duty and the finals, as well as enjoying fighting games, racing games and open world games. If you're an Xbox controller shape fan, then this could be the one for you. Actual in-game responsiveness though is good, and I was unable to feel any noticeable delay from pressing the button to on-screen actions. Sure, there are faster controllers out there, but real-world responsiveness is good. Wired is still better option for FPS games though. Okay everyone, so let's talk about a conclusion then, and before we do, I just want to ask everyone if you could like and subscribe from this video. I mean, I really appreciate it, and also it brings more products to the channel that I can review for you, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. So let's talk about this conclusion then, and I'm going to start off with saying that the VICTRIX Pro BFG is a great controller overall, right? It's solid build quality. Okay, it doesn't have the responsiveness or the speed of some of the other controllers that we've actually reviewed in the past, but it comes with some unique features that no other controller is doing, and I like the addition of everything can be mapped through the controller itself, which other controllers as well you can't do. So that's a real good feature, and that's something that
I feel most controllers can do nowadays. But let's remember those unique features that this controller's got. So firstly, you've got that reversible left module there, and you can actually switch that around to make it a side-by-side joystick configuration, which is a brilliant feature. You've also got the rumble features, which actually got these impulse triggers as well. So that's quite unique. You've also got the 4 remappable buttons on the back, which gives you 3 programmable profiles too. And those fans of fighting games can actually switch out the right module for micro-switched fight pad module. It also has patent multi-position triggers on the back too, with changeable D-pad, analog sticks, and also can be stored in that beautiful case that you've all seen already. Within that package too is your Dolby Atmos, which is included for free. So that's another good feature that you have with it all. And don't forget as well about that reliable software. That's really unique as well nowadays in the controller world. Is something we don't find with some of the controllers that I've reviewed in the past. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching, and it's much appreciated. Like I said before, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on the next video.